That's really cool.
All right, so we're live.
We're live. So
Yeah.
it's going out. Okay, 3, 2.
Well, it's actually counting down, but we're actually live. So right when you click live, you're live. Yeah, you're live on the Facebook page. So
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Win with Heather Haven with the first time we're ever doing this on Facebook Live. Oh my gosh. Is this so exciting? So if you're listening to this audio, just let you know we're doing this on Facebook Live, the first time to record it. And you're listening to us on podcasts, on iTunes, Stitcher, Podomatic, whatever it is. And this is Heather with the Win. You can listen to this on Renegade Talk Radio as well. So I have someone on the line today, or I call the line. Is it no longer the line? It's like the video stream line that I've been met through a friend of a friend of a friend, kind of one of those. And he's just a little bad A. Now, the only unfortunate part of this guy is that he went to University of Florida versus like Florida State. Okay, I'm just kidding. I mean, you guys know me very well. Before I'm born in Texas, but I go back and forth from Texas and Florida. My sister's a Florida State fan, and unfortunately, he's a University of Florida fan, but I won't hold that against him whatsoever. Ryan, thanks for being here because we just met like literally 48 hours ago, and we're hopping on this thing, and you're at 7:00 in the morning in Pacific time, which I'm sure you're exhausted. So I really want to say thank you for being here because this whole thing is going to be about helping people do what we're doing, which is live streaming. So Ryan, thanks for being here.
Sure, yeah, thank you, and I'm glad I've been able, to connect with you and to get on today. I mean, yeah, we've been, going back and forth, to prepare for this last night, giving each other a hard time about being, giving you a hard time mainly because you're a Knoll fan, but we, it's going to be fun. I enjoy doing this, and I think you're gonna really like this tool that we're using, which Blue Jeans. And I'm going to grab the link also so that we can share this out to our pages. So while you're interviewing me, and like I had shared with you, this is going to be going live. In addition, and this is what's cool as well is that people are going to be able to. I'll put in the comments a link, and we can actually have people jump in and join us. And so so it's kind of cool. So I'll put the link in the comments.
I'm going to do a little more introduction of you. He's doing what's really cool about this interview is that he's my production guy in the background. How cool is that? Right? Kind of weird to really appreciate that. And we're going to talk about how actually I'm a part of his membership group and how I'm learning this, right? So I'm learning this and you can learn this too. And he's going to, of course, give you a ton of information today. But let me first explain who Ryan is. Ryan is a CEO and owner of Accelerator Marketing, an award-winning digital marketing agency in San Diego that has grown over 700% from 2012 to 2016. His agency is Google AdWords certified, a digital marketer certified partner, and an Infusionsoft certified partner that helps businesses all over the world in every type of digital marketing agency, including live video. Woo woo, live video. Live video is Ryan's passion, and he is recently nominated by the Huffington Post as one of the top 10 live video influencers to follow. He'll be a speaker at the first two Summit.live meetings 2015-2016. Okay, so first off, I think it's, I just had to remember, like back in 99, I never thought one, there'd be a Huffington Post, but two, there'd be a top 10 live influencers to follow. So I just feel like I'm in the presence of being honored and the Nobel Prize. I just feel like I'm honored. So it's things are changing so much. I mean, that's the point. I mean, I got into podcasting a year ago and a month. So, and I loved it. And podcasting technically isn't new, but there's still a whole world there. And then now it's live streaming, right? There's a whole new world there. And I think it's just never going to end. And I'm just excited about the future. So thanks for having me. No, I'm having you, right? You're at my party? I can't remember. And I noticed my lighting's all out. So that's the other thing about, live stream, to think about video. And I had my hair done. I had to get my makeup on. Anyway, thanks for being here. So let's get started.
Have to do all that stuff,
Yeah, I know. You just probably rolled out of bed, looked adorable.
That's pretty much it. No, I mean, I don't know about the adorable thing, but I rolled out of bed and because I was up late last night. I'm still, putting together, this whole live stream world is changing so fast. I mean, I'm doing the best I can to give as much value to the group, and putting together some SOPs, some, like standard operating procedures for doing certain things, like going live for the first time if you're doing that, and some things to consider, all the way up to advanced strategies like, how to live stream, how to do what we call an advocacy, stream. So where you get, a bunch of influencers together, and you basically promote a product or a company, and you talk about that product. And we use this tool, Blue Jeans, to basically bring that influencer together with the company, and also with the users. So there's it's kind of like a town hall, and it's kind of cool. So the whole reasoning behind it is to expose more people to the product, and to and the influencer gets exposure, and also the influencer shares the information with their followers as well. So there's all kinds. I mean, it's the world's changing in terms of media and promotion of product. It's no longer TV and print ads and things like that. I mean, it's a very rapidly changing world out there.
Right. So Robin, I was sharing the other day, I was on a podcast, and I was talking about how I used to travel the country in 2001 for 7 years, and it was what I call slipping around in my suitcase, right? Go city to city to city, and we would go to like Chicago, New York, or wherever. And the company who I worked for said, okay, look, you got to sell your butt off, because we just dropped 150 grand in like Chicago on infomercials, right? Really. 150 grand before we even got there. And we're like, no pressure, so we had to sell that in 3 days. And God, it's just, everything's changed, and nowadays we can do this. You're in San Diego. I'm in Austin, Texas. How is this possible? So I want to deep dive, because we're going to talk about your Accelerator program, Business Accelerator program, which you guys can go check out while you're listening. HeatherHavenwood.com/video, HeatherHavenwood.com/video. Okay, go check that out. It's a trial offer. He's going to go into that, but let's dive in. Let's get some content. I think you've been up since 4 a.m. No kidding, that's me. About talking about some things. So let's get started. Where can people start with all this?
Well, and I'm just putting and I'm putting that, and that's the great thing about live, right? Is that you can actually you can interact with people. And so what I want to do is, first of all, I'll answer your question. So where do people start?
Yeah.
They
or who's it for? Who's it for? Where do people start?
Well, okay. So first and foremost, what I recommend, if you have not live streamed before, okay, I would first and foremost go live with somebody in a private room, just privately to one person, because one of the biggest fears that people have, just like public speaking, is just doing it, like pressing the broadcast button. So in order to take away some of that fear, is just start small. And you don't have to go and do everything at once. I mean, you can just go live with with one person, and this is something that on Periscope you can do the same thing. So you've got, and let me just back up. So let me just identify that there's 3 major platforms right now, including YouTube, and people don't realize that YouTube is a player in live video. It's just that people don't really know that you can go live on YouTube. And there's 2 different ways you can do it, is with events or Stream Now. And I've seen you do a lot of Google Hangouts. We've been doing that for a long time. They just never really got it right, to be honest with you. I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, how insanely impossible was it to get somebody to join a Google Hangout? Right?
It was hard. I mean, I've been playing with the live event thing, and I'm still trying to figure it out, because now Cody trying to go broadcast things like that. But I've learned, my friend Alex Mendozian, I keep getting these messages from him. I got one this morning, which I was like, wow, he's up early. That when I go to my YouTube, I don't know if you can see that, I see this little notification.
Yep.
And the notification, I'm like, oh, look, I got a little notification on YouTube. What's going on there? And it basically says, hey, you missed Alex Mendozian, watch live now, right?
Right.
So I'm like, well, how did he do that? So YouTube is stepping up. It's the difference. Someone explained to me this way. Back in the day, we used to go to the bookstore. When you walk into the bookstore and you had your book there, right? You could be found, right? You could
Right.
be searched. You could be like stumbling upon your book. Oh,
Right.
what's this book with Ryan on it? I've never heard of Ryan. Flip through and now you're found. The challenge with the old way of Google Hangouts, as in my view, you couldn't be found. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You
Right.
had to be invited to that link. Here, I don't even know who's watching right now. Facebook is out there going, hey, we're going to give you an audience. That's the game changer. I think
Right.
that's the
It
game
is.
changer, right? What do you think of that?
It totally is. It totally is. You now are showing up in people's streams. YouTube is trying to be more like they're trying to be more social, and they're doing a better job of it. It's just that Facebook has, you've got 1.6 billion people. YouTube is getting there. They're gonna have a go live button now pretty soon. I mean, and it's gonna be on that same app that you have. Okay, so that's coming. Okay, so and they announced it 4 months ago, and it's still, I don't know, some celebrities, just like Facebook Live did. They brought it out to celebrities first. We've seen it. We've seen what it looks like. There's a go live button, and it's actually in that app. And that's how people are, just like with Facebook. You're in the Facebook native app, and you
Right.
can press the go live button. And like I was saying before, my suggestion is where people should start is to go live to one person. You can do that on Periscope. You can actually identify a specific person and not go live to everybody. And you can do the same thing with Facebook. So just before you go live, and I'll show you in a second here, you can identify who you want to go live with. And you can say, if you're actually doing it from your profile, okay? From a page, you can't choose that. You got to go live, and it's to everybody that has liked your page, and potentially anybody else that Facebook shows basically has you show up in their stream for. So, but with your personal profile, you can choose different, like custom audiences, basically.
Like friends and not friends and
friends, not exactly. Yeah, block
people that went to Florida.
Yeah, Knowles, ex-boyfriends, but here, so let me go here. So let me show you my screen. Okay, because that's one of the big things, with this tool, is that you can show your screen. And that's the big game changer with Facebook is that you can do more now, and they're constantly releasing new tools. So here's in your video manager on your channel, YouTube, you've got Stream Now and you've got Events. Okay, so an event, this is where all of your Hangouts show up, right? I mean, this is where you got, and you can create a new new live event, right? This is how you, and then Stream Now, this is where you can use an app. You can actually use an app on your smartphone, and you can actually stream now from your smartphone. People don't know that. Like, you can actually, stream from an app called what is it? Oh man, it's okay. So hold on one second. There's a couple of them. There's Wirecast Go, and then there's Live Air Solo. And I don't know if you can see my phone, but it's right there. There's Live Air Solo, and then there's
Live Air Solo. Live Air Solo, everybody. That's what that app is.
Yep. And so you can actually, and this is your room. You can chat right here. There's so much functionality. You can add YouTube cards like these right here that allow you to basically drop people off to wherever you want them to go. And they're called cards. So you can literally send them to your website directly in the stream. And people don't know you can do that kind of stuff. And you got all kinds of really cool other tools here. You can change your thumbnail. You can have somebody actually chat on your behalf. You can assign an admin basically. And I mean, this is YouTube. This is YouTube live video. But just they don't. The problem is that they don't have a very functional way to make it easy for people. There's no way for you've got to have an external app to connect to your Stream Now functionality, and Facebook and Periscope is just flat out just beat them to the punch. I mean, they
I
made
don't
it.
understand that because it is Google.
Yeah.
I mean, because I just spent last week. That's why I think you're amazing. That's why I'm like, oh, even though you went to Florida, you're amazing. So and a lot of that is because I spent the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually, trying to figure out the encoder. I've been going out, what's an encoder, trying to figure out from YouTube, how do you do that? How do you download this encoder? And why can't it just be live onto the web? Why do I have to go through an encoder to make it live? So it's not easy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, downloaded a bunch of stuff. And right now I don't think someone's like, you need a TriCaster. I'm like, I'm not getting a TriCaster. Like I'm not going there.
Well,
So,
what people are doing, and this is
yeah.
funny because you said TriCaster, the Kim Garce and Shalene Johnson and
Yeah.
some of the original live streamers have we got Tim on here. I don't know if you can see my screen. Did I disconnect my screen? No, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know who's on. I can't see.
Yeah, let me see. So let me show you my screen so you can see what's going on here. So this is just to kind of give you guys so Tim is commenting here. So you can see he asked a question. The app is live on Air Solo. So this is actually on your, we're streaming live on Heather Haywood here. And so what I'm going to do, and this is one thing I would recommend, is you always want to share this, guys. I'm going to share this with the group, to my business results group, which that's my, like you said, I like that Accelerator program for live video.
It's an Accelerator program because live stream is the next Accelerate, right? It really is the next thing. It used to be email marketing was the thing, and then it used to be Google AdWords was the thing. It's the Accelerate. So if you guys want to check out his Accelerate program that I'm a member of as well, okay, so I'm paying for this as well. It's heatherhavenwood.com/video, and in that you're going to be basically learning from him as he's learning real time. He's on the cutting edge of this. I'm following him. Full disclosure, I'm paying for it. So I say you guys need to, get on board, come in the group with me. We'll learn this together. So I want to check that out, heatherhavenwood.com/video. Now, where did you share that?
So I shared that, and that's what's cool is and when you go live, and there are tools to do this. I mean, and all this is and I've got access, I've given everybody inside the membership group basically access to the tools that to the tools that I would suggest that you use. And you can just keep it as simple as using your earbuds. Like when you're using your phone and you're going live, by the way, on Facebook or and I would share this, by the way, Heather, with your personal profile as well, because right now we're just going live on your page. So that's one of the things that there is a tool, like I said, that will share basically your stream out to all your different assets, all your different Facebook assets when you're going live on Facebook, which is what we're doing right now. So, but keep in mind, like you definitely, and Tim just said, hi, Heather. So I don't know if you're seeing that, but basically, and by the way, and this is what's really cool. I just want to make sure that people know this, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is what's so cool is I can invite, for example, Tim as an attendee, and that's what's so cool about this program, about this product.
So this is revolutionary. Just wait for a second. So Tim can come on potentially as an attendee. Can you make him a presenter to have a potential? Yep. Wow. Because here's what the game changer is, guys. I spent literally the last 3 weeks. You're welcome to ask anybody that I work with. I've been butting my head against the wall. I've been interviewing people. I'm asking questions. How do I do Facebook Live with multiple people? Right? Without doing a pre-recording of it and then uploading it. Because again, the beauty of Facebook Live, not only is live, that's cool, but it's that Facebook loves it and Facebook goes out and gets people for me. I mean, that really is the elixir that's sexy. If not, him and I would be doing this privately by ourselves on Skype, right? Or we just call each other on video and record it, upload it, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
At the same time, this is now an opportunity to bring people in live. I mean, that's Fox News Network stuff. You know what I mean? I think it's really awesome.
It really is, and like Tim, and this is what's so cool about this is I can actually show and educate people on what to do. So Tim, and anybody that's watching this, if you're watching this, you're watching it on Facebook Live, Tim. So anybody that's watching this, go here and just do what I did. If you find value in this, share it. And this is what you want to do when you go live anyway, is if you don't have the tool that allows you to basically automate this process, then you can share this anywhere. I already shared it to our event page. So this is what's cool is I already, we created, and that's another big tip that I'd give you guys is when you do get over the fear and you go and you broadcast privately to somebody and you get your bearings straight, because that's half the battle, right? Is just kind of getting your bearings straight, knowing where to go, what to do, how to do it, that kind of stuff. Once you know that, then you can kind of go to the next level and do some of these, implement some of these strategies. And we help people in the group. I mean, one of the things that I do is I go live with the person and, step by step. I literally show my screen like I'm doing right now, and I show my phone screen and I walk them through. So there's no question about what to do, how to do it, anything like that. And so what I was showing here, just to kind of get back to this, is I can share in a group, I can share on a friend's timeline. So I don't know if you shared on your timeline, but if you haven't, I can. And so what I was showing here, just to kind of get back to this, is I can share in a group, I can share. Okay, so I just shared to your personal profile. I mean, it's kind of amazing, the ability. And that's one of the really cool things that I'd first of all really recommend, and that's what we call the syndication strategy. So
okay, I'm gonna stop for a second, because that was really cool. So what I didn't know about that, because my social media person was actually reaching out to me saying, hey, I don't have access to your personal page, I can't share it. And you just basically said that's not true. Like I could share it on my girlfriend's page. I don't have access to her personal page. Like I don't have, admin access to her personal page, but I could share it on her timeline. See right there, there's a friend's timeline. Okay, I didn't even know that. That's super cool. So I'll tell Angela that. Angela, if you're listening, there you go. I went ahead and shared it on my personal page. You already did as well. So now we're going to double up. That's great. You can also share in a private message. Wow. Guys,
so
this is hot. This is soft.
Yeah. Check this out, David.
What's up, David?
Hi. Yeah. So I, so now that's gonna send it right here to David, and he can, and that's what's so cool about Facebook is Messenger. There's so much coming down the line with the pike with Messenger here, but I mean, he can just watch it in stream right here, kind of like on your, on text message on your smartphone, and watch it that way as well. So it's kind of cool. There's so many options, and so anyway, so back to kind of the basics. So I just kind of, let me just share with you. I mean, if you're going live for the first time, like I said, take small steps. There is some housekeeping, that you can get out of the way by going live with somebody individually. So I'm going to go and I'll show you how to do that right now. And that's what's so cool about this tool is that, so, what you would do is just imagine that you're on your smartphone. Okay. And by the way, you can go live from a desktop now on Facebook on certain, I think Windows allows you to do it. But you right now you can't do it on a Mac, obviously, because there's no go live button here. But you would just go to your, where you go to broadcast here normally. And then basically what you would do is you would just identify, at the top of your phone. And actually I can show my phone here. I don't want to, but at the top of your phone, and this is another tip, if you do want to show your phone, you can use QuickTime Player. It's kind of cool. So I'll show you really quickly. Just
that's cool. Really?
Yeah. So you can show your phone if it's connected to I think you have to connect to the Thunderbolt, but basically, here, let me just show you. So.
Wow, guys. So what he's doing right now is he's showing us how he can show us his phone.
Yep.
Okay. There's your success.
Oh, wait. Why? Maybe it can't be completed because I'm. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. This is the first time.
That's okay.
Hold on. I want to.
So what he's doing now, guys, this is okay. So first of all, he's going to give some technical things. So he's just take a minute to do that. So I'll let you focus on that. And again, we're talking about live streaming, how to do this from your desktop, how to take it to the next level, how to use it in your business, whatever your business is, whatever your business is. This is really hot. This is really sexy. This is the next thing. Podcasting and internet radio is not going away. And why not enhance it, right? Why not try to be like a Rush Limbaugh where you're listening, they can watch you while you're recording, while you're repurposing. This is the beauty of it. So I'm part of Ryan's Accelerator Mastermind, or business Accelerator really is what it is. And absolutely love it. I'm a paid member. You can go check it out at heatherhavenwood.com/video. You can come play with me. You can learn with me. Okay, so what he's showing us now is his phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
so this is on a Mac. You can do this from a QuickTime player. So basically, you just go to File and then New Movie Recording, and then you just select your phone as being the what you're broadcasting from right here. So you just go to, I just identified my phone as being the quote unquote camera instead of my FaceTime HD camera. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So I'm going to go back. So I'm going to go back here. So if you're going live for the first time, this is the basics. I mean, even though we're getting kind of advanced here in terms of like how I'm displaying this. Wow, I can't believe that was already a year ago. I'll share that. So if you go live, if you want to go live, this is it. I mean, they made it so easy now, right? So you click the go live button, okay? And then instead of going public, you just go to friends or to, a specific person that you want to identify. Does that make sense?
University of Florida.
So,
I saw that.
So I can identify, like who I want to, let's see, and you can identify like, your custom list.
One person, like identify 2 or 3 people, like part of your group. Yeah, okay.
Specific friends. So I can go to just Stefan Arno.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's it. So I could go just broadcast to him instead of public or friends or anybody else. I'm just broadcasting just to him. Does that make sense?
No, here's how I'm visualizing this. So what a great way. One time I had a girlfriend of mine, Diane Conklin, and a coach and a mentor of mine. She reached out to me about something and instead invited me to one of her events. Instead of writing me an email, a mass email and all that, she sent me a video she created inside of Messenger and said, "Hi, Heather, this is Diane." And it was like personal. Like she says something about me and, she knows about me. And then she went into the inviting. That's the beauty of that is what I'm seeing. I mean, that's just one example of one use. And right. She did that on a few people that she really wanted to come to her event, as a personal video invitation. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Might as well have a FedEx person come to your door and go, "Hi," so that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah. It's so, I mean, and this is what we do in our group. So it's the Business Results Group is the name of the group. And I did that because I own a digital marketing agency. I don't just do live video, and I want to be able to help people with all of their needs. So doing anything from setting them up with a membership site, like we have which is what we, so in other words, I always say model good behavior. So I'm always doing the things that I want the people that I'm coaching to do themselves. So
that's a great way to look at it. Yeah. Because I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I like your funnel. Yeah. I know it's ClickFunnels. How do you do this?" He goes, "Well, come to my membership group. I'll teach you."
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's all right. I'm sold, right? And it's a $7 trial, and then I think it's like $47 a month. Super, super, super low. And I just think, I think it's awesome because a lot of masterminds try to charge us a little ungodly amount of money. And I think I'd rather be a part of a group that's really a solidified group, really focusing on the cutting edge things, right? So check out heatherhavenwood.com/video. Now I should have like a.
Here, I'm gonna put it in here as a comment.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And we got 5 people watching right now. So let me just hold on one second. So I will put in a comment here. So Heather.
Yep, heatherhavenwood.com/video. And go check out that, and you will check out his business. I call it Business Accelerator. And the reason I say that for me is just that it's accelerating your business, accelerating into your communication, what I call turning your mess into a message and then getting your message out, right? So there's a ton of conversations about how do you turn your mess into a message? What is your message? And I talk about that a lot. But the next thing is what I call the traffic source, right? How do you get your message out there? What I call beyond the noise, because there's a ton of noise out there. So that's what this is. That's what live streaming is going to do for you. And what's cool is time shifted. So yes, we are live right now, like a TV. However, you might listen to this in an hour because maybe you're in a meeting right now. Okay. It might not be working for you. So in an hour, you can still listen to this versus like if you're trying to watch, Varney the Company and Fox News, if you miss it, you miss it. You got to go find it online again, somewhere else, somewhere later. It's not time shifted as easily. And that's the beauty of live stream.
It is. And again, I mean, the beauty of live stream is the fact that you can reach the people that you're currently engaged with, that are currently on your personal profile, your business page, in your group, etc. And you also get exposed. And this is one of the things I'm going to recommend as well. One of the first things that we recommend in one of the SOPs that we have, one of the guides, is how to go live for the first time. And it literally step by step tells you exactly what to do, how to prepare. And one of the things that we recommend, and is because Facebook recommends it as well, is to go live for at least 10 minutes. Well, why is that? The reason why is because you've seen, as we've been talking, you get more and more people that actually join. And the reason why that is because the stream is actually showing up in other people's streams. So when we share this out to, for example, our personal profiles and the groups, et cetera, that we're a member of, or that we're in, or that we have control over, then all those that it takes time for people to actually be exposed to the live video in their stream. So you've got to give time for that magic to happen, and in order for people to actually be exposed and see it in their notifications and also see it in their timeline. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So it takes time for Facebook to go find people.
Well, exactly. It takes time for people to find you on Facebook, and because we probably a lot of people check their notifications on Facebook like every 5-10 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and so you'll see. And that's the other thing, and that's the other big tip, guys. The big problem, and this is kind of a intermediate tip, and that's one of the things that we've done in the group as well on the membership site, is that we've given people different jumping off points. If you're a beginner, we give you the beginner stuff. If you're an intermediate, advanced stuff. One of the advanced strategies is the big problem with Periscope and all of the live video platforms is that inevitably people don't get notified right away. You don't get the notification. You might get a notification, and we don't always totally pay attention to those. I don't, because I get so many of them typically. But if someone really wants to connect with you, then what I would suggest is to have a text message opt-in. Okay, we're on a cell phone, so that people can actually receive a text with the link for the actual video of where you're live, so they can click on it and show up right at the video. So that's one of the strategies that we teach, and it's better than email because text has got, it's instantaneous. It's got a 98% open rate. And 95%, 98% of people have their phone 24 hours within 3 feet of them. I mean, so
I want to share this with you because I'm a product of the product here, right? So I got on his list, and he said, go ahead and I'm gonna have you say what I did. Went to this phone number and entered something and went through the process. Here's what's funny about it. So I go through the process, and then he sends me a message. I have it right here. It automatically does one, like an automation, which you can tell. And then all of a sudden I get this message says, "Hi, Heather." And I thought it's a bot.
Right.
I'm not going to answer that. That's a bot. You know what I mean? That's fine. I know I'm on his list. I get it. I understand. And then I get this, "Hey, Heather." And I'm like, bot. I totally ignore it. And then he calls me and he goes, "Oh, that wasn't a bot. That was actually me."
I'm like,
oh my God. I get like, that was you? That wasn't the bot? He's like, no. That was powerful for me because obviously the system has grabbed my phone number. Now you have my number. It also asked for my email. Now you have my email. I'm in the system. Yeah. Right. Okay. And then it sent me to a link to your Accelerator page, which is great. Right. And then now you have the opportunity to go, "Hey, Sarah. Hey, Bob, whatever. Right. Did you sign up?" I mean, you actually have that real time now. That's pretty cool. So tell people where they can go to get that. Yeah.
So I posted as you. I didn't mean to, but it's funny. So, and that's one of the things that we're doing. This is another strategy that we're teaching. I mean, I'm actually I'm using Blue Jeans, my Blue Jeans account, and this is what's so cool is I'm actually Heather she's going to get her account later today, but basically I'm allowing her to be the presenter and interview me using this tool. And I know you're going to be using this a heck of a lot more after today. You're gonna be all over it because you can repurpose this content. Your podcasts, everything are all going to be done and originally probably as a Facebook Live,
right.
And then you'll repurpose it. But this is the actual. So I put it as a comment here. I didn't see if there's any other questions, but basically text me at 619-304-5155, and that goes right to my cell phone. And that, by the way, is one of what we suggest, which is for everybody. If you really want to profit from live video, then you've got to have a call to action. You've got to have what we call in the digital marketing world, we're Ryan Deiss, people here, you and I both, we both follow Ryan Deiss. He's great.
Yeah.
And my agency is a digital marketer certified agency. We follow him and we listen to what he does. And it's great because he gives a great foundation, because ultimately, no matter what you're doing, you have to have something of value to begin the conversation. If I was going and looking, to get married, I wouldn't go out and just, go up to somebody and say, hey, my name is Ryan, will you marry me? It'd be a little bit weird, And so you need to have something that you can basically give an exchange for that person's information. And what we're giving is access. I mean, that's what's so cool is when you set up for example, a text system like this, is that you get two things. Number one, you overcome the problem of not being able to notify people.
Can you share, because right now that just this screen's happening, can you share my face now at this point? And then
yes.
Okay, so go back to the text messages, and also I'm going to speak it because we're going to do this as a podcast as well. So just real quickly, the phone number, text him at 619-304-5155. That's 619-304-5155 to ask him any question. And go ahead and tell me more about the opt-in, because I agree with that, because we're on audio, we're visual. They might be listening to this or watching this while they're on the treadmill. So about the opt-in.
Yeah. So basically, when as far as a lead magnet is so critical, because and a lot of times what we'll put together is like a checklist or a quiz or something like that will benefit somebody. Well, what we're doing now is, because of the power of live, is that we're giving people access to you. I mean, you're basically and because of the power of the text messaging system,
right?
For the first time, because it's a long code, it's actually a real phone number. You can text me and I can actually respond from my cell phone. So you literally have, text access to me and my team in order to be able to ask questions or do anything. And so what's really cool is with that system is, I get the initial text, and then if there's some further information needs to be given, I can actually assign the conversation to somebody on my team, and they can provide that, more detailed information, which is really cool as well. But so that's how that system works. So it's something that I would recommend if you're going live, is to follow another strategy that we teach, which is called the PITA formula, which is, problem, irritate, takeaway, call to action. So the call to action is okay, well, what do we want people to do in order to either connect with us or get more information, and so that's what we use. Is we use a combination of a landing page and also the option of texting in, which is really powerful. So
awesome. Okay, so again, this is Heather Haven. When you're listening to The Win, you can go check out his Business Accelerator program that I'm actually a part of, and I'm learning. This is part of it, right? I get to interview him, which is cool, and I'm a part of your group. You're the guru. Okay. You can go check that out at heatherhavenwood.com/video and join me and others in learning how to live stream, not just podcasts, but how to Makes it do audio, do video, be able to repurpose that on multiple channels. Okay, because a part of being an expert, part of being a content creator nowadays, you can't just be on one platform. Facebook is amazing, LinkedIn is amazing. It's got its own particular nuances. So does Twitter, so does Instagram. But if you don't have the content out there, right, then you're not going to be able to what I call pay to play, right? You're not going to be able to play in the game. And nowadays with video, it's so powerful. I mean, how many times you go to Huffington Post or anything like that, and you have the video and then the article? Why not do that? Video and then the article. So now you really are creating yourself as a true media. Be the media. You ever heard of that? Be the media. We are now being the media. In my future life, I'll be Megyn Kelly. That's my thing. Everyone knows that I'm in love with her. She's amazing. And mainly she's the media, right? We listen to her, quote unquote, like her or not, for who she brings into her show, right? For their opinion and whatnot. Why not be the same thing for you, right? So, okay. So they're going to get into this program. We have 10 minutes left. I wanted to, in the world of live stream, because there's a ton of technology out there, and you're going to teach us that. You're going to keep it simple for us. You've really helped me out. How do people really use this? If they're a business coach or an HR coach or a lawyer, like how do they use live stream? Like, I'm a pet walker. Like, how does that work?
Well, like I said here, let me just, I always say model good behavior. Okay. Yeah. So model the behavior that you want your peeps to take. And so I'm just going to show my screen again to show you what we're doing right now. Okay.
Great.
So what I did is we connected, and I said, Heather, well, why don't we, let's do an interview? And or you asked me, you said, hey, why don't I interview? And I was like, great, let's do it one better, and let's actually do it live on Facebook, and with this tool. And I introduced you to the tool, and we're now live on your page, exposing me to your audience, right? And to all your personal friends as well. So what I'd recommend is if you can do this, especially if you've got the gift of gab and you enjoy talking, and or somebody on your team does. It doesn't have to be you. Somebody, if you're a brand, for goodness sakes, like your marketing person should be able to get in front of a microphone and a camera and do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So because that's like a basic necessity now. Things have changed. Like they've got to be able to not just post, pictures to Instagram. Right. I mean, we have the ability to have our own live TV show. Okay. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. This is live video. This is live TV.
The Heather file. Can I say that? The Heather file. Welcome to the Heather file.
And what's cool is that, 4 years ago, you used to have to have a $15 million truck, following behind you in order to be able to go live to the world. Now you don't have to have that. You've got access to 1.6 billion people on Facebook, and many more on all the other channels. When you actually follow my system for repurposing the content, you reach every single channel. So it's LinkedIn. You reach the person by posting making a post on LinkedIn and putting the video in there, and embedding the video and creating a short blog. And I don't do all this stuff. I have somebody that does this for me. And we repurpose this as a podcast. Yep. You can make it a video podcast or just an audio podcast. So what you can do is kind of like I was suggesting earlier, like an advocacy scope is you can bring other people together, or you can just basically, you can live stream and you can interview other colleagues of yours or strategic partners of yours. Okay. And bring them in and actually interview them now that we have this ability to be able to interview. Man, I mean, you can interview people and bring them in and talk about what it is that they do that's ancillary. So an attorney, for example, or let's say a mortgage broker. For goodness sakes, I mean, if you want to be top of mind as a mortgage broker, interview realtors, talk to them about how to leverage live video and do these kind of things. And talk to the banks, interview the banks, or interview other strategic partners that you're leveraging, the loan processors on your team, like highlight them, talk about what they do and how they do it and what makes you guys unique. Okay. You could interview the title companies, and talk, so think about all and the different things and maybe even, talk about, you can even just talk about if you just wanted to do the talking head. And that's one of the things I really emphasize in the group is to do it different. I mean, and I'll show you. Let me show you my results here. Okay. Here's the reason why you do something different. Do you see that spike right there? Are you seeing my screen?
Oh, there it is. It was delay. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything. Delay. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So this is an overall engagement ranking, and I'm using a tool that measures analytics, and I teach you all this in the group as well, like how to look at your analytics. I'm looking at my live analytics from one of the 1,500 live videos that I've done over the past 5 years, and this was just one that was on Periscope, and you can see what was I doing? I was riding, I was kite surfing, and I literally took my phone and I jerry-rigged it so that it was basically right here on my forehead, and people were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I put it in a water-resistant case,
right.
And I was jumping 30 feet in the air on my kite and going like 25 miles an hour, and people were like, "I've never seen this before. This is pretty freaking amazing," And I'm like, "Yeah, you haven't." And look at this is the engagement. This is like the hearts. I got 54,000 hearts. 1,800 people watched it live, 984 comments, 1,200 watched the replay, and
Wow.
I got 278, shares. Why? Was because it was different, and because it was engaging, and because it was so. If there's one thing I would really, I hope people walk away with here is this concept of do it different. And this is what I'm going to be talking about at the Vid Summit. I'm going to be at the Vid Summit here in 3 weeks, and Daryl Eves invited me because why?
What's the Vid Summit? What's that? Tell me what that is.
So Vid Summit. So this is
Vid.
it.
Oh, your Vid Summit. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That's a big deal, everybody, to be invited to the Vid Summit. That's really awesome. So I just wanted to let you know, I need to wrap it up in like 4 minutes, but that's really, where are you? Are you on there? Is your lovely...
Well, I would compare Vid Summit to VidCon Industry Day, but
and they got this auto.
If you're using video,
they got this auto thing here, player. But yeah, I'm ready.
What is video? That's cool. Vid Summit. Go check that out. That's going to be one in LA, right?
Yep, it is in LA, and so that is. I'm speaking about. What am I speaking about? I'm speaking about how to do it differently, like how to action sports. Mark my word, 2017 is the year of action sports on live video, and I'm going to be in. That's one thing. If you're into action sports and you want to know how to do it live, I've pretty much done it all. I mean, I've put my phone up in my kite, and gone live with basically people flying in my kite live, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is like," So it's a combination of camera angles and just allowing people to really see the world through your eyes. That's what Periscope was started for. I mean, it was because it was really, they wanted to create that feeling of people being able to see the world through your eyes. So if you want to learn more about it, like Heather said, basically, there's a lot of things, you can learn, and you just go to her link. It's actually in the comment section.
It's on the comment section, but it's also, if you're listening, it's heatherhavenwood.com/video. Go check that out. Again, I am a member. Love for you to join me. You can hang out with me too, and learn from me what I'm doing, right? Because I'll be messing up. Here's the thing. You got to fail forward fast, right? You got to fail forward fast, and you can't be afraid to look like an idiot, right? I don't think we're looking at idiots, but at the same time, you got to fail forward fast. And that's what I love about you. You are on the cutting edge of this. You're like way ahead of me, and I'm just like catching up in the surf, right? Yeah. And I just, really love this. So go check it out, heatherhavenwood.com/video. You're going to be a free 7-day trial, right? Free 7-day trial.
Well, no, it's $7 for the first month.
Sorry. Oh, that's even better, right? $7 for 30 days. That's pretty much a free trial. And you also get an opportunity to potentially speak with him. You basically say, how do I use this in my business, Ryan? I don't get it. Like, I don't get the knots. I don't get the dots, because it is different. It is on the cutting edge. It's not an everyday thing. So maybe you need to talk to him and go, okay, this is my business. I don't get it. $7 to have a conversation. Come on. So go check it out, heatherhavenwood.com/video. I'm in there. So I think he's got a private Facebook group, and we're going to hang out and chat and learn more about this together. Yep. And Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Now, here's a problem I have. I don't know how to say your last name.
It's Steinolfson. Some people, I jokingly say just Snuffleupagus is probably easier to say.
Yeah, okay, well, I apologize. I've been calling just Ryan, like stud boy Ryan from Florida, but it's really Ryan Steinolfson. I can't even say that.
Steinolfson.
Is that just horrible? Steinolfson. But, we're here on Heather Havenwood, Facebook.com/Heather Havenwood, and his name is there. You can go check it out, okay? And you're listening to The Win. Where can they find you other than heatherhavenwood.com/video? For some reason, if they don't want to go there, where can they find you?
Well, you can, first of all, you can just, if you can text me. I mean, 619-304-5155. Go ahead and just text me there. Or what you can do is you can find me anywhere at Ryan Steinolfson. It's kind of like Vaynerchuk, it's like Steinolfson. So it's Steinolfson, and you can find me on all the Twitters and YouTubes and Instas and everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan. I really appreciate you. Thanks for being here, everyone. And I'll see you in the business.